This looks like paper, right? If I told you that 20% of this tea bag was actually plastic, would you still drink it? Okay. Well, some brands actually do have plastic, and so I'm going to go into detail about this. And here's a whole cheat sheet checker right here, and there's even a way you can test it to see if it actually has plastic or not. So you might be wondering, okay, well, why do these tea bags even have plastic in them? Okay, well, it's actually due to engineering, manufacturing. They put a type of plastic into the paper, so when the edges are hit, the plastic fibers glue the bag shut, so they could process and make, an insane number of these tea bags. Okay, so if you see a tea bag that's actually stapled or sewn shut with a string, it's more likely to be plastic free. Okay, but here's the thing: even with that, these tea bags, they have to survive being submerged in near boiling water for 5 to 10 minutes and without falling apart. And, a lot of brands treat the paper with plastic-based resin into the fibers, okay? Now, the good news is this. If you still want to drink like a tea bag, what you could do, and this is what I do, is you get a mug, you stick it in the microwave for 1 or 2 minutes, something like that, to heat it up. And then when it's warm, you let it cool down a little bit more, and then you put the tea bag into it. Because if it's super, super hot, like boiling, that's what you don't want, because that more likely to release microplastics and stuff like that. So that's one idea. So now you might be thinking this, okay, well that's great, Kevin, but what's so bad about these microplastics? And is that really bad for our health and stuff or whatever? Well, microplastics are about the size of a sesame seed down to a speck of dust. And the good news is they're generally too large to pass through the walls of your digestive tract easily. So these just kind of get flushed out of your system. They can still cause irritation and inflammation in your stomach, but they're not really nearly as bad as the nanoplastics. Those are the ones that some scientists are kind of like, oh, okay, that's kind of concerning. Because here's why, okay? Nanoplastics are way, way tinier. They're like a human hair has about 70,000 nanometers wide. I don't know why I put a dollar amount there. Because I'm thinking about money. I gotta fix that on my blog post. I put a dollar amount. That's funny. So the danger is they're so small they can actually enter the bloodstream and penetrate the cell membranes, even cross the blood-brain barrier. So as you can imagine, this is no bueno. This is no good. It can cause all kinds of issues with so many systems. And I just noticed another mistake on my blog post. And scientists obviously are still learning about this stuff I hear, but it's just not good. And when it comes to the gut health and inflammation, one really cool idea which a lot of people don't know about is I should have grabbed this as a prop, but I actually have this too. I have prebiotics, and there's 2 different types, and a lot of people don't know this. The probiotics, which is in a yogurt, that just adds some good bacteria to your system, which is good, but the problem is a lot of it dies getting down there. And the prebiotics is a completely different one. You can find this in superstores, Amazon. It's out there as well. And what it does, it kind of stimulates the growth of the good bacteria that you already have in your system, okay? And because in your gut you have the good bacteria, it's fighting the bad bacteria. And you want the good bacteria to win. And that can help you so much. And if you've gotten something so far from this video, then please consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button. It helps me a lot. All right. Now another thing is these silky mesh bags. I don't know if you've seen those. I don't think I've ever drinking one of those before, but they're actually worse. They're 100% plastic, and traditional paper bags like this one, which I do drink a lot of, right here. These are like, maybe 20% plastic. So that's bad enough, right? But the problem is they have a lot of other chemicals in them. I wrote this down. Is like the nylon. They have this PET stuff that gets released. So there's other chemicals, and all that stuff isn't good. Plus the plastic. So those are the worst offenders. Okay. So what can you do to? Well, one, is you can actually get tea that doesn't come in this plastic bag. And they're actually not too expensive. They're loose leaf teas. And you can get those all over the place. And there's actually teacups where there's actually these infuser baskets. And I kind of put a link to that as well. And that you put the tea in there, and then you don't have to worry about the plastic. So that's the best way, really it is. The natural way. Another option is they have tea bags too, where they're actually better quality. And I listed a whole bunch of brands that really don't have plastic in them that you can check out. Okay, and I'll put the link to this post down in the description as well as the first comment. Now you might be worrying about, okay, another thing which is really interesting, I just learned this as well, is coffee. Those coffee cups are really interesting as well, and it's not what you think. And I made a whole video about coffee cups, like the cardboard ones, and I'll put the link up here down in the description as well if you want to, geek off onto that or whatever. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day, okay? All right, take care. Bye.